What am I looking at? Am I looking at you? Am I looking at the camera? What do you want me to look
Both.
at?
I don't give a fuck.
Okay.
Look at the fucking ceiling.
Always looking
This is
up.
Billy D, and this is your Weekly Buzz, and I got a motley crew tonight. I got Dr. Brian Stenzel
up?
all the way up from San Diego. I got Dr. Sherry Pop all the way here from Coast of Misery.
It was a long drive.
Yes, and Dr. Daniel Pump, I don't know where the hell he's from, but somewhere.
Park City, Utah.
Yeah,
Nice,
he's like a transplant, though. He used to be from Pennsylvania. He's like one of those
It's true.
East Coasters.
Pittsburgh to Park City, man.
So I got a lot of questions for you, big boy. But one of the things that we're going to talk about tonight is our concern about the mandatory vaccine issue, SB 277, that they're trying to cram down our throats. And Sherry's been on the front lines, and so is Brian with the CCA. And my concern is we have a major apathy in our profession of anybody really taking initiative here. And I think some people are afraid. I think some people are worried that they're going to lose patients over it. The thing is, just need to educate our patients, and that's why at DCS tonight we're going to try to get the chiropractors motivated to teach the vaccinators and the non-vaxxers to let people know that they're losing another right to take care of the kids. Sherry, tell me what you got going on here.
Well, we just have to understand, we have to let people know that this is an issue not only for those of us who don't vaccinate or partially vaccinate, but for those who also vaccinate. We need to stand up and band together and protect our rights, our parental rights, our rights to a free and equal education, and we need to protect our rights to medical autonomy and informed consent.
No doubt.
This is everybody's problem, and we have to continue fighting. And now.
And Brian, over to your corner now. Being, the head of the largest, probably chiropractic association in the United States, or at least close,
Between
right?
Florida, yeah. Florida's a little bigger.
Okay. What has been the kind of vibe you're getting from the chiropractic profession? Are you getting any negative vibe from any of the chiropractors?
Yeah, that's actually some of the stuff I'm going to show tonight when we do our talk. But yes, we have gotten a little bit of
flack
about it.
It's hard to
Have you
believe.
lost any
It's hard to
membership?
believe.
We lost a few members.
How many? Tell me how many.
I don't
need to
know
know.
the numbers. I've seen probably about a half a dozen emails come my way.
Okay, not a huge amount.
Well, that's what I've seen, but not a huge amount. But I can tell you
that's still stunning.
But it's
It's
ridiculous.
stunning.
It's
It's
ridiculous.
stunning.
It's ridiculous. But anytime you stand for something, you're always going to lose some people there.
Right.
But we also got a lot more people involved and to
Right.
join.
Right.
So it's pretty much one of those things where this transcends any form of practice. Whether you're a vitalistic chiropractor, mechanistic chiropractor,
No doubt.
you do therapies, you do straight, whatever the words you want to use. This transcends it because pretty much every chiropractor got into chiropractic because of natural health care. And so whether they want to vaccinate their children or not, that is very different from how they choose to practice chiropractic. And that's one of the benefits that our association has as an umbrella organization, because even some people that may not see eye to eye with the way that we practice, they themselves got into chiropractic for that natural lifestyle. And chiropractic is the largest non-medicinal healthcare profession in this country. So how dare we if we don't step up and do
Right,
something
right.
about this?
It transcends chiropractic. I mean, it's about freedom.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
whether you believe it or not, they take this. What's next? I mean,
Dude,
don't
it's
think
that. Oh,
I mean,
dude, that's what I say
you
all
know,
the time.
I mean, come on. I mean, how could someone not think on those terms, especially a vitalistic chiropractor? Especially a human.
a human
A
being.
human
Well,
being.
and this goes beyond 277. It goes beyond our children. There's also SB 792, which goes after the preschool
workers.
and daycare workers.
Yeah.
And we know that what they wanted to do was have it cover all teachers, which means next year when they come back around, it will be teachers, and then the next year after that,
It'll be
what will
chiropractors.
it be? It
Health
will be
professionals.
chiropractors.
Chiropractors
Right.
are going to ask us to
So-
roll up our sleeves. What's going
And
to happen
so,
then?
Yeah, let me
get
unless
my
you're
gun out.
ready to roll up your sleeves, whether or
You
not
might
you
want to
have
delete that.
children or you're worried about your patient's children, it's incumbent upon all of us to stand up right now and fight for our rights. And the groundswell, it's growing, but we're at the 11th hour. It's time.
Yeah, I've been saying that for a while.
It's time.
Now, Pompa, what's your gig? I don't even know what you're going to talk about tonight.
Yeah.
Dr. Pompa, excuse me for the disrespect.
Actually,
even though
since
they
I've
came
been
in
a
kind of
kid,
business casual, they were
everyone
supposed
calls
to
me
wear ties
Pompa.
tonight.
It's the
Nobody told
Pompa.
me.
It just sticks, right? Look, my expertise is in cellular healing and cellular detox, and
Which just goes right along with tonight, because
Yeah.
if you're going to
You'll get a lot more business after this bill
yeah,
passes.
right. Yeah, no.
Right.
Listen, I mean, I got very sick myself. I mean, I was a chiropractor, had a high volume practice. Well, I mean, semi-high, 800 some
That's high.
people a week. Is that
Yeah.
high?
That's nice.
And doing really good. And then my life fell apart and lost my life with an unexplainable illness. And so I was barely able to practice. Really wasn't able to practice. Wasn't a good dad. Wasn't a good anything anymore, honestly. And so it took me about 4 years to figure out what was going on. But it led to what I teach now, and it is cellular detox. I think right now detox, because of these topics, is really in vogue. But most detox that people do it's really not what works. After the irony is this: after I got myself better, literally, getting my life back, we ended up inheriting. I say that because we had a death in our family tragically. Our 2 children, boy and a girl, age 7, lost their parents, and we inherited the 2 children. He was vaccine damaged. After some debate with the father about vaccine, they went ahead and did it. He ended up on the autism spectrum. He ended up with sensory integration, mild Asperger's, and so getting that child into my life. So this is a very, very endearing topic to me, especially because I have clients all over the world that I deal with, many of which are vaccine damaged.
But you know that autism thing was debunked, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Let me say something too. I think just like the whole Sandy Hook thing backfired on them, they were trying to get the whole gun control thing initiative moving, and then it just got people to buy more guns. I think what this is going to do is going to create so much awareness to people, especially with the black community now and what they're learning. It's just, we were at 98% vaccination rate in California. Why would they even want to rock that? But what they're doing, they're pissing off so many people. They're getting people to wake up, and people are starting to say, well, why is this something that they're forcing this on me? I think... I'm not going to say government and politicians are stupid, but I just don't think that they realize that us citizens, the ones that pay their bills, are actually astute enough to see through all their BS all the time. And I think this is going to come back to shoot them in the foot.
I think they've really opened up the conversation. I remember being on a gondola with you in
What
Mammoth.
Mammoth?
Oh, okay. And he was telling everybody in the gondola about vaccines and chemtrails, and I was just like, oh my God, Billy's just talking. And I'm there now. I'm there. I'm on the playground talking to people who I would never talk to. They're opening the conversation.
Yeah. I came out on Facebook. I did. I never had anything about vaccines or anything like that until this bill got introduced, and I said, you know what? This is about rights, and I didn't make it about anti-vax. People label everyone anti-vax if all of a sudden you're against this bill. You delay vax, you selectively vaccinate.
Not anti-vax.
Exactly.
Right.
They're anti-American or they're anti-freedom. Right. The people that are into this bill.
Anti-freedom.
Yeah, they're anti-freedom,
but
anti-choice.
The conversations, the people that are coming out and now are feeling empowered, or the necessity to voice their opinion. We're going to rock their boat more.
So that's what we call it. We actually call it coming out.
Coming out.
I didn't know that.
My wife's came up with that now.
My wife's Facebook is
you never
massive.
said anything about vaccines prior to those?
I never have, no.
Really?
I've been ranting about it for how many
Not on
years?
Facebook. Not on Facebook. In other
Where else
places.
would you rant about it?
Well, my offices and stuff when people ask and things like that. But it's just, Facebook, you have 3,000 people. 3/4 of them don't even know who the heck you are. And then they think you're just some crazy lunatic if you start talking about choice when it comes to vaccines.
What's wrong with that?
Yeah.
Well, now nothing, because I came out, and I'm okay. I wasn't ready to accept that before.
Can you tell he's from New York or what?
Oh, man. My wife's going, Stensler, you should have been on it. How long have you had Facebook? You just came out.
I'm so ashamed.
And now the CIA knows your opinion.
Everybody knows. Everybody knows now.
Even Zuckerberg.
You talk about, it's not just coming out a little bit of a small community. I came out to the world. Everybody. It's in the New York Times now.
You may get a letter from, the man himself.
I'm telling you.
This is going to be from the YouTube guy. Who's that? Same guy? I don't know.
Hey, man, my thing made it to USA Today. I had a friend that was on another continent and saw me written up in USA Today about this, so it's out. Everybody knows. All right.
So, and let me get this across. If you're not a CCA member and you're in the state of California, I'm going to say it that you suck.
You suck.
Because, be a part of an organization. And I hear this all the time, and I want you to stand up for me this.
Yeah.
A lot of them say, well, back in the day. Well, dude, this is a new, young crew. This is us trying to change it in the direction we want to move it. So don't give me your old, just because you're too cheap to open up your squeaky wallet and throw a couple bucks in to contribute for some political action that preserves your right to practice the way you, and don't come crying to us when you lose all those rights either. Right, Dr. Brian?
That's right. That's right.
And CCA's changed.
We've changed.
Okay.
We're not trying to change. We changed.
Right.
It's a different group.
It's a young Gambinos behind you now.
That's it.
Come on.
And you got Hubbard, and I'm trying to help you guys get the membership up.
Yeah,
and do
you're
whatever
doing
we can,
awesome.
and
You're doing great.
So
we love all exposure at the jam. We appreciate it all.
Cool.
Of course.
Sherry, anything in closing?
Make those calls to your legislators.
Okay. Dr. Pompa? He's from Pennsylvania.
Join.
And even if you're not from California, you can join. It's a cool state.
And you should be a member of whatever state association you are, wherever you are. You should be a member. If you don't like it, if it doesn't stand for what you represent, then get in and change it like we did.
Right.
That's right.
Come on, man.
Yeah, you know what? That is the last word. Just you stand up for what you believe.
That's right.
But stand for something, for goodness sakes. Get involved.
Amen.
All right. In closing, Dr. Stensler, all the way from San Diego / New York. Oh, and do you want to talk about the CalJam / Oh, you can see this talk at caljam.org/network if you're interested in seeing the full thing. It's a $7 monthly membership. You can not only see this talk, but you can see all past CalJams and all past DCSs all the way back to 1995 when we started 20 years ago. Can you guys all do this? Can you even do that from Pennsylvania?
Oh,
No,
yeah. Is that it?
You got to put your thumb in there.
Thumb
Yeah,
in?
okay.
Oh, okay.
Is that right?
I knew Papa
Yeah, it's
could
Park
do it.
City. Yeah, it's Park City.
Yeah, man. Hang
She
loose,
can do
right?
it. All right, love you guys. Rock and roll. This video is sponsored by my friends over at mychiropractic.com, custom branding and web design for successful chiropractors. I love these dudes because they're the raising image of chiropractic, and I really thank them for supporting all of our videos. Rock and roll.
This year, we're providing on-demand videos of all our past CalJams and DCS meetings, streaming online, available straight to your media devices. Visit caljam.org/network for more information.